Here we go. And welcome everybody to session number 8, 9, 10 on day 2 of the UK Open Qualifiers. Our next live feature features two stalwarts of the game. We have got Rhys Vaughan from Lancashire and Robert Gordon. Scotland or Wales? Robert Gordon.
Scotland.
Where?
Scotland.
Scotland,
Yeah.
is he? Right.
Yeah.
I've got a debut next to us. It's coming in. We've got Mr. Mark Higgins, who was playing yesterday. Welcome, mate.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
No bother.
Just chip in whenever you want. You were a bit disappointed yesterday, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. First game, scratching, trying to find the speed after coming back from a really slow pace at Nottingham after our Egham victory.
Yes,
Hartlepool.
I'll mention that one for you. Yeah, carry on.
And then got lovely Rink 1. Inside hand was fantastic, but unfortunately I couldn't get T to T with my internationals, so
Right.
it restricted me a little bit. But the lad that played against us, young Martin Rogan, played the game of his life and took me to a tiebreak and played a weldy to beat me. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but happy with the way I performed. So yeah.
And what do you think of the format, mate? It's all-
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the format. Very well organised and run.
I know you play a lot in a few of the open singles. Do you knock around in that a few times?
Yeah, we've got a couple of lads we travel about. Myself and Gary Smith. We like to sort of get about where we can, different venues. Helps when we get to national finals and stuff like that. Just keeps you sharp and on the ball and whatnot. So we enjoy the different events around the country. Right,
our featured game here is, as we said, Rhys Vaughan and Robert Gordon. Got the old player profiles here. Rhys Gordon is the man wearing the cap. He's from Manchester, been knocking around for many years. Probably one of the characters of the game of Lancashire. 75. He plays indoor club is, well, I'm just going to say it's Prestatyn, like. Outdoor club is Bolton. He's the current Welsh senior singles champion. He's won it 3 times. And he's been Lancashire 4-ball singles and 2-ball single pairs, triples and 4s champion as well. He's playing with Taylor Blaze 4 heavy. And his interests are politics, or as he's put on his player profile, the overthrow of capitalism. His favourite food is Chinese, and his relaxation is classical music. He plays 4 instruments and he loves a bit of gardening. So I hand over to Mark, who will give you the quick run over of Gordon. Robert?
Robert, 62 years young, married to Carol, who was a lovely lady, by the way. I've met her a few times down at Hartlepool at the Easter Pairs competition, which they attend regular. Lovely couple. Children is Lee and Kimberly, with a granddaughter Jessica, from the lovely place of Lanarkshire, small place called Carluke. Made his international debut with Belfast. He managed to get in after an illness to one of the other international lads, Mike Stepney, which is again very well known name in the world of bowls. Managed to get on for 8 ends, and that was his debut. He's won a number of national titles. Like I say, a very seasoned Scottish international. He won the Scottish League title and the Scottish Senior Pairs. Plays with the same ball as myself, Taylor International. He's a size 5 heavy. Fantastically swinging ball, perfect balls for this carpet. He's a massive Glasgow Rangers fan, bless him. He's got his favourite food here as anything but mince. So yeah, by the sound of things he'll eat anything, but which as long as it's not my head every time we play against him. But yeah, Robert's a fantastic player and this should be a very good game. I'm looking forward to this one.
And I think this just shows the beauty of the format, mate. I mean, you've got a total age of 137 between the two lads, and they're still having a crack at this. We had likes of Ken Scott yesterday, first game yesterday. He's only been playing a year, and he had paid his money, went in the format, chance to play the big boys. You know, it's got to be good for the game, mate. I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's fantastic for the beginners, your average players, your club bowlers, your area bowlers. It gives them the opportunity to play against the big names, and it's a bit of a pride thing. I've been in the game a number of years, as you know, but not to the standard of playing the likes of Robert, internationals, David Bolt, and again many internationals playing these events, and it's lovely to compete against them.
Yeah. Mrs. Bolt, the next game for your better half is 12:15.
And a quick look, I think we had the pigeon fancy as well.
Chippy behind us. She didn't tell us about his cap.
Yeah, Rhys will never win any fashion awards.
But
Sure, it's his club colours the way. Bolton club colours.
Like I was saying, I've just been saying, I mean, he's probably one of the characters of Lancashire bowls, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
He's certainly a character.
to crack and start there from Robert, mind you. He's hit his strap straight away. I remember him playing for Rhys playing for Lancashire with his sun cream all over the place.
Good reply. Good effort.
Just to confirm, did Jacqueline Henderson win?
She did 2-0 in a tiebreak.
Oh, she did, because she's back on, isn't she?
Yeah. So you normally do when you lose, you don't normally play again. Sorry if the rules aren't that simple.
Another great bowler.
That's why I just looked at you funny. Like, she's
there.
Well played, Robert. Great bowler.
Oh.
Well, we can see you got the Welsh party on the stream there. Look, Gillian, our lady captain, David Lockhart.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a dabble at this. Needs to hang on.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Still 3 down, mate, but good crowd at the top end in again, mate. JP.
Yep.
We can entice them over into the stands.
Yeah, I keep trying to get them to come over. You can obviously in these stands you can bring drinks into these stands as well. You know, so
I think
as
it
if you can't
might be the
sit
fact
down
that I've
and
got my shoes off, maybe.
again, yeah, I thought there was some cheese pasties on the go. See you later.
Cheeky chappy.
He always adds commentary, doesn't he?
Doesn't he, mate? Kind of not the lad for the work he does, mate.
No, he's fantastic too.
Canada.
Fantastic for the sport.
Yeah.
A good ball by Rob. Well, Rhys, what are you going to do? All the position at the back. I would suspect he'd be drawing this, would you, Rich?
Yeah, I think we have
First
seen on this rink, mind you. We've seen it yesterday a few times, you know, coming on and they're dropping opening 4. And even the under 25s in October. I know the rinks is further over, but it just seems first 10 people seem to drop a 4. Have a bad first set. And he's gone into this round. If he's overweight, he'll not come down.
Yeah, I think the speed is probably going to catch a lot of players out, because from yesterday I know
Was it quicker over on? Because
it was quicker over there. Yeah,
on
yesterday,
one, was it?
Yeah, I was on 5 the first game. The speed was lovely, to be honest. But yeah, it was still a good yard quicker on rink 1. But yeah, the speed is exceptional.
I mean, yesterday afternoon it was Betty Swallock's time. It was very warm, mate.
It was,
afternoon.
yeah. But I think the heat definitely helps the speed of the carpet as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of catch-22. You're stuck between rock and hard place sometimes.
Yeah. So good start there for Robert? So how many years have you been playing, mate?
Well, back in the day, it was you weren't allowed to play.
Black in black.
Back in
We're
the
going
day,
into black and white days, are you?
Yeah, pretty much. I think totally I've played 24 years.
Right.
When I first picked up a ball, we weren't allowed to join an outdoor bowling club in Low Hills.
Peterlee?
Peterlee,
Yeah.
you weren't allowed to be a member until you were 12 years of age. So,
Right.
but prior to that, you'd have like your jumbles and your roll-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I started when I was 10, same as old Carl.
Yeah.
And
Of course, for those not aware, your brother Carl is EIBA competition guru.
yes,
Does an absolutely fantastic job.
yeah, he's doing a great job for the
Yeah.
IBA at the moment. He's played a couple of years longer than I have, but yeah, it's 20. I would say it's 26 year,
Right.
which it's absolutely flown over. Being honest with you, doesn't feel as though I've been on the green 26 years, but you know yourself. Once you're in the game and you play to a standard, it's in the blood, isn't it?
It does. You get the. I mean, Davey said, we've said it many, many times on the podcast. Once you get the hook, I think
Yeah.
when you first start, you get the hook. You did. That's it.
Yeah.
Once it gets it in you, I know if you start the game young and you sort of like you get a married life and married family, there's a lot of people who sort of like drop out for a little bit. But the number of people that do come back. I mean, Davey Sykes, young Davey, I can remember him playing under 25s for Sunderland, and small child in the photo, went away, married, had a family, come back, and
He hasn't lost it either, has he?
yeah, I said, no, I like Davey.
I've been quite
The only
fortunate.
difference is he's got that bloody beard.
Well, that is, yeah. He needs a shave, I'll give you that. Yeah, I've been quite fortunate over the years, Rich. I've had a very supporting family and
Yeah,
understanding as well. Like to say, Sunday was Mother's Day,
right.
so for me to go down to Nottingham,
Oh,
it cost me a few quid, let's just say that.
well, all I'm saying is I went to my mum's and I forgot the card.
Typical.
I had to go and buy another one on the way up. And I think are you down in the family pairs?
Yeah, Thursday.
Down Thursday?
Yep, Thursday, 6 o'clock. So if I'd made it through to Thursday, I'd have been pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to
Well, there's an
get a few
opportunity
ranking
again.
points.
Yeah.
But yeah, we play. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But we've got our game at 6 o'clock down in Nottingham.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
Great. Is it the first time you've qualified for Nottingham or not? Have you been down before?
In the family pairs,
In the
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. It's been a very difficult area. Like you say, you know yourself the calibre of players that we've played against. Paul and Alan.
Yeah.
Sadly, we lost Alan. Fantastic competitor.
Two young matters.
Yeah. Macintoshes have been solid bowlers for years. It's a very difficult area to qualify in the family pairs because there's some very good competitors. Moseley as well. We managed to scrape by Moseley.
Yeah.
Johnny Forster and Alex Portway, again very solid players. But now that we've made it, we're going to give our all for the area and for the club. It'd be nice to bring another title home.
Well, when you think you're down to the last 16 now, so you've only got to win 16. You've only got to win four games, is it?
Yeah, 4 games. Yeah.
Whereas previously it was probably last 32, and you were looking at them to win another odd couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
So,
If we're fortunate enough to get through, we've Thursday 6 o'clock, 2 games on the Friday, 9:30 start, then probably at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then hopefully the final on the Saturday morning. So touch wood.
oh well, she's best of luck, mate. As you say, great to see a title coming north, especially in the Egham. I'm sure you enjoyed that Egham success, mate.
Oh, fantastic!
Aye.
First time we've been in the final as a club. First time to be in it, but then winning it as well and bringing it home was fantastic. We've got a fantastic atmosphere amongst the lasses that are on there as well as well as the lads. We've got a very, very good squad.
Yeah.
Very well done to everyone that's listening from our squad as well. The lasses were fantastic for
tremendous.
us.
There's no I in team, is that right, mate? There's no I in team unless it depends how you spell it, I suppose.
There's a me. There's a me. I would like to take some credit for our victory, but unfortunately I was making the numbers up, I think.
16 on the mat and you draw the shot. There's no I in team.
Yeah, we had some exceptional performances in the final. Young Brian Henderson was standout.
Love the moon.
A good start here from Rhys. Great league ball.
Found on these, on the hand that Roberts playing there, anything overweight you'll end up where he is, but dead weight it just absolutely dives back at the end.
Yeah, he's bowled internationals as well, they do hook at the end.
Are they?
Yeah. I had the pleasure of playing him in the last qualifier up at Stanley.
Right.
Fortunate enough we played on Rink 2, which when I was a member here was my national rink, so I managed to scrape a win against him there, which was a fantastic game. But yeah, he's got the right type of balls for this rink. But like you say, if you're a fraction over the speed, you're not going to get back.
Oh.
He normally likes to attack these as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if he ran here.
Yeah, shot prediction there. You've 100%.
Know his game.
100%.
Know his game well.
Got one out.
I think it's a tactic that a lot of Scottish contingent do use. They don't mess about. If they see something that needs changing, they change it, don't they?
Yeah. Morning, Mr. Funnel. Nice to know that we're on the big screen in the pub again. And one of your Egham buddies there, mate. Little Skippy.
Skip.
Good. Fraction wide, I think.
Just goes to say there, like you said before, slightly over, and he's just not made it back.
Knock it down, yeah. Overall thoughts on the Stanley carpet, mate? I know it's the blue carpet's been down since 2016. If you get used to playing on a blue carpet, what's Hartlepool green?
Ours is green, yeah. It's a queer one really, because I was here when Stanley had the fast green carpet.
Yeah.
And although the speed is slower than that old green carpet, the lines are still there.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising. But yeah, the carpet's lovely. The speed's it's improving year upon year, as you would expect from a new carpet. But I think it was a shock to the system initially because it was the first blue carpet in the northeast. But yeah, I think people love coming up here. It just shows in the area national results.
Yeah. Thinking of a little double at that, mate.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Got
if
the
he
back
played,
end as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He probably won't go as quick as he did with his previous one. He might time this. Sort of a.
Got that back ball there as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. See a controlled runner. I wouldn't have thought he'd be going too quick at this. More controlled. I expected that.
Nice. Got that wide hand.
Yeah, it was an opportunity, but
yeah,
I think once he tried a couple of draws, I think he's talked himself into that runner.
Good recovery from Rhys after dropping that opening.
Carla Banks is going to join us for the final,
all right,
for the commentary.
Right. Thanks very much for that. Even though Jason held the thing in front of me face, I said, what was that?
Yeah, it was hieroglyphics. I think he's Chinese writing. I think that was. Definitely wasn't English.
Problem was I had my glasses on. I should have took them off.
Bad times then. Bad times.
That is just weird.
Wait, let's take my glasses off so I can read that.
I know.
Rhys doesn't like that one. It's not a bad start, Rhys. Yeah, I wish my lead ball was as bad as that.
She's right. Just lifted the mat up as well a bit, hasn't he? Just,
Yeah.
lifted up 3 yards.
Just lost the road, Robert.
Good shot, please. Good shot.
Slightly under, but his speed looks pretty decent. With a very good area ball.
There are another 4 games on. I'll keep you up with the scores. I'll just let you know who's playing who. Peter McCulloch's playing Gavin Evans, and Darren Cooper's playing Paul Wallace. Alex Bryden, local lad, playing Norman Code, and our sponsor Jackie Henderson's playing the under 25 singles champion Darren Poole.
Darren's a fantastic player. He qualified here, didn't he?
Yeah,
For the junior final.
I got wrong off his grandmother because I had Poole with an E on the end. Straight on. Ting. Incoming. Another good effort there from Rhys.
Yeah, he's finding his feet in this game.
Definitely 1, possibly 2. Against.
Probably just got the draw, do you think, mate?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not be running at this. Although he does like a runner.
Well done.
His drawing ability.
Pace looks good here. Yeah, it looks good because it'll absolutely dive in at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well
a
played.
fantastic ball. Well played,
Tremendous.
Check, why not?
Oh, he's a double take out, mate. Do you think?
Yeah, I think if I was, I wouldn't mind to go with that myself, to be honest.
Down that hand.
Yeah.
If you go on a miss wide.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's always an edge off the outside or even the top side of them two balls that are stuck together. There's a chance that one of them may come across and flick or take the jack away, to be honest. But yeah, anything reaching up that backhand, he's laughing here.
A lot of people have tried the shot and not managed to do it. It tends to stand off a bit.
Oh, I think he's gone wide as well.
Interesting to see. Oh, he's close to getting the result, mate. Oh, he's unlucky.
I think he condemned that one out his
Is he
hand.
lucky or not? Or
I think he might have squeaked that one there. The ball that he's ran with, I think, has stayed in. Pretty close though. Umpire's indicated a measure, so yeah, I think he condemned that out of his hand.
he did. He thought he was still wide. I was surprised because it did actually come down further than I thought.
Same ball again. again, if he gets a turn on the jack an inch or so, he will definitely take the measure away from the situation.
Well, he's got
Looking
the
at that
line.
keenly. Is it going to come down?
Come down late. Is it going to come down enough? He's
Not quite.
just a fraction
Good
wide.
effort.
Yeah.
Speed was exceptional for what he was after.
Umpire coming on, Maxine. Like I say, well done to the umpires for giving up their time to cover this event.
We've got some fantastic umpires in the game as well. I'd
Monday
just
to
like to
Saturday.
say. I'll have 50 pence on the one with a bias in, Richard.
Which one's that? Any rocking? No.
There you have one. That one's got a bias in, that green one. That one.
No. 5-3. We're kicking to end 5.
Rob does like a little bit of a longer jack. And again, he's gone a bit longer, so persistent with that forehand. So let's see what he does here with his first ball. Centred on a good road. Looks like a great start.
Not at all.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic lead ball.
Rhys is having a little dabble on this side.
Looks under.
Surprised he's swapped.
He's found that forehand lovely, hasn't
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a awkward place as well where that's finished.
he? It's one thing about this surface as well, Rich. Rob's put one there, what is he, 7-8 inches away?
Yeah.
He would still draw around that off that forehand.
Yeah.
On
yeah,
this,
yeah.
with the majority of balls really on this surface, because
Yeah.
it does come in lovely at the end. Another good ball from Rob. A good badding.
Good badding,
Normally
yes.
say good bad. And he's not short this time. He's looking on an effort here.
That's not bad. I think he might just get the wrong side of it.
Oh, it's desperate.
Still 2 down. Wayne, I'm not sure if there's any Merthyr boys on the screen tomorrow. I know it is the old group of death. There are names on there, but I don't know who's from where. The idea.
Tomorrow is an exceptional lineup.
It is.
He's got a little bit more
He's on
weight
the line,
here,
yeah.
so
He's not bad. Just needs to finish. Just need to finish.
well played, Rhys.
Had a great
It's a fantastic effort.
He's just toddled. Maybe still 2 down, maybe. Since we started doing the live streaming, the players are getting a bit better at the cameras. they are standing to the side.
Yeah.
I know when we first started, there was a lot of bums in the way. So they are getting used to.
I'm not guilty of that. You've got to be good enough to get on the television. Rink.
Yeah. Your time will come. Your time will come. I'm sure my little bit streaming outdoors, you'll catch you on that somewhere.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, the draws are out for the outdoors, so it should be a good season outdoor. Hopefully, the greens will be of better quality. You entering outdoor this year?
Yeah, I've entered all county competitions. Give it a try. Of course, Balls Durham used to have their county competitions as 6 areas. It's now north and south, and the draw looks a lot healthier. I think it looks a lot better. I think other counties might have still districts, and Northumberland's all in open draw together, so I think that's where it's going eventually.
We've got to try and change things and keep the sport relevant, haven't we?
Entries is good. So
yeah, I've had a sneak peek of the draw last week actually, and if I manage to get past my first game in the singles, I play Mr. Bolt.
So yeah.
At Silksworth. So yeah, that'll be a tough tie. Silksworth's always been a good bowler line as well.
He's having a run again, mate. He looks tight as a
Fishes.
He's gone again the back door here.
Just the one.
Just the one. Quite surprised.
Surprised he ran if it was just one.
I thought he must have been 2 or 3 down there. What do we know?
Not a lot.
Absolutely nothing.
That's why we sat here.
Well, that's why I'm sat here anyway. You're alright, you've been playing. I'm just sat here, mate.
Robert will be looking at tie this end up, secure the set.
Just give you a roundup of what's going on. On the far side, my binoculars are showing Gavin Evans is 6-2 up in the first set against Peter McCulloch. Paul Wallace is 5-4 up against Darren Cooper, 6 ends. Local lad Alex Bryden, 9-1 up against Norman Cord. And our sponsor Jacqueline Henderson is pulling a rabbit out of the hat because she's took the first set against the under-25 champion.
Jacqueline's a solid competitor as well.
She goes around all the open circuits, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's see her on roads, and of course our company Lane to Succeed are sponsoring these 3 days. Robert's gone on that side. I don't think he's played that side, mate, has he, before, apart from that?
No, I think he's found the line lovely. I think.
See, I might be going back to my lead days, but I would have stuck on the ditch side because where the ball is, you can only hit it.
Well,
you know what I mean.
I think the old
That's probably
mentality
why
of leading was
figured
stick to
out.
one side. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if you stick to one side up and down, you kind of get a feel for the speed. I think he's changed, and it's the inside hand tends to be a little bit slower. From my knowledge of Stanley when I was here as a member a few years ago.
I did mention to Bolt in one of the podcasts about very early ones about leading, and I says, have you ever heard of round the clock leading? And he looked at it as if I was stupid. And you started to lead just round the clock all the time. He thought I was marking it up. Have you heard of that?
Forehand,
Yeah.
round the clock. Or anti-clockwise essentially.
Yeah.
Backhand. There's a lot of players like that. There's a lot of leads like that. You obviously got your preferred hand.
Yeah.
My preferred hand essentially is my forehand.
Yeah.
But yesterday, believe it or not, the rinks that I was on, especially ring 5, it's got 2 massive backhands on ring 5, so I stuck to my backhand and it was lovely.
Oh, fancy Robert just to change his hand here, mate. Possibly just play over to catch the ball, maybe.
I still think there's a draw there. He's still got a. He just needs to add a foot.
Oh, I suppose 6-3 up. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, I think he just needs to add that foot. Set's almost in his back pocket if he gets this.
He's wide enough. All down to Pierce.
Yeah, he looks pretty decent
Coming
here.
down. He's very close here. Well played.
Yeah, fantastic ball. Although he does like a runner, he's got a hellish draw in his hand as well.
Well done, mate.
I don't think he's got a shot, Richie. I think his only option is to run through Rob's ball or get a top edge of his second ball and try and flick it over.
Look, I don't think there's a controlled runner down that hand, mate. I don't think he'll get on, will he? Just short balls. He's gonna. He's looking at that plant, I think. That
Well, that's
6-inch gap
adventurous,
plant.
yeah.
That's the kind of shot when you last in, last ball. What about?
Yeah. Well, the last backhand runner he played up there.
Oh, yes, he's
did play well.
trying to play the controlled way.
He's interested. Oh, he's took a dive there.
He's getting the.
Set over, I think.
That'll be first set.
Very difficult from there, I think. Even if he's losing one, he still needs a 4 that last end, and Roberts played solid ball, so
Yeah.
I couldn't see him dropping a 4. Good first set of balls from both players, though, definitely. Oh, he's lost the jack, I think, here.
And relax it off.
I think he's got the right idea, Rhys, and trying to shorten the length, because Robert on a fuller length seems to be finding it a little bit better. So he had the right idea there. Just jack casting, as you know, is a massive part of the game.
Win it, can you? You can win. I've always said a lead will win a game for you. If he gets the balls, if you get 4 balls within a yard, I think you lead, you skip something to work with.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And the number of people that get anywhere near the white, I'm not even going to get the touches. Any Joe Bloggs can get a toucher every 3 or 4 ends, but sort of like there's a level of ball who can hit the yard circle all the time. And I think I've always said that's the difference between a club bowler and a good bowler.
Yeah.
Your good bowler will hit your yard circle, your club bowler will hit you, get your yard circle 2 and 4, 1 and, you know, it's
terminology my old man used to use was dustbin lid. If you can get it within a dustbin
that's
lid.
exactly, yeah, that's what I say, mate. If you can get it in a dustbin lid, just think of a yard circle. People just look as if I'm stupid now. Just to let you know, the Darren Cooper game, Paul Wallace is actually going into a tiebreaker. Oh, they've shared the first set up and it's half each.
Yeah, half each.
Thought they were a bit quick. And Alec Bryan's won the first set against Norman Court.
Paul Wallace from Carlisle, very solid bowler as well, so it looks like a decent game going on over there.
Great start here from Robert.
Fantastic too. Great balls, Robert.
I don't think Rhys is shy coming forward here.
I wouldn't blame him attacking this, to be honest. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's he like?
Yeah, it's going quick. Is he going to get the back door?
Oh, that is a result. That is a result.
That's one of them where you shout down, have I just got the 2? It's just the 2, is it? You bite your tongue, you go gang, 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 gang.
You might want to hide his face with that hat after that one.
Yeah, the peak's definitely pulled down.
Robert trying to put that one back. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Nah, that's a great recovery
I
as
think
well.
he's in, yeah. There's a question for you, mate. Can you answer that question?
Looks like question. Let me read the question out. Nice top that Robert's wearing. What make is it? That is a great question.
I can't see, is it? I can't see the logo.
Is it SK21?
I don't know. I don't know. Can I tell?
There's one of the Scottish lads designed the. I'm sure it's SK21 if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Very
But
smart.
it's going to be interesting on Thursday, mate. Thursday, Friday. Obviously, the top 16 here. Play with their own balls. Play with their own shirts on.
Yeah.
Under this red and green malarkey. So I'm led to believe that. I don't know whether Tents are like tailors of getting some shirts specially made for their players. So it'll be interesting to see what turns up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I'll not be here to enjoy it, but I will
You
certainly
can.
have my laptop with me down in Nottingham and streaming it.
You can catch it live on the World Bowls Tour Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and their Facebook, on YouTube, and what have you.
I'm intrigued to watch our good friend Gary Smith against Fozzie.
Yes,
That'll be a hell of
yes.
a game, that.
Yeah, should be a good game. On the Robert. I'm saying to Gary, I said, can you remember when you used to play qualifiers from 9 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night for one place? You've come here, you've been here about bloody 6 hours,
Yeah.
played 3 games, and you're through. And I know I did make the bold prediction on the podcast about a non-qualifier winning the event. I still think I'm right as well, because I think it's it's not as intimidating, the setup.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's
It might be intimidating for the top 16 actually.
well, they're going to have to turn up, aren't they? I mean, the top 16, as you've seen for years, we've struggled to knock them off the perch a little bit, but I think new carpet at Stanley, they haven't been down over the COVID period. There's been no series and stuff like that on, so us minnows have a little bit of an opportunity to get them from the start. I think in the sets play of 7 ends. If you pick up that first set, then you manage to get one of the top 16 into a tie break. I think it's anyone's game in a tie break.
Yeah. I think what more will be strange is because there'll be the show rink going and another 3 or 4 games going on at the same time. That's going to be different. Jason was going to have some background music on today, but it hasn't materialised yet. there is going to be, I think there's going to be some background music on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'd be intrigued to listen to Jason's playlist.
Well, I'm not. Let's put this. There'll be no Kylie. There'll be no Kylie stuff because they'll be getting took off air. It'll be all royalty free because there's a lot of people say, well, can we not have background music on? But it's all licensed music, and you're looking at 5 figures to get the license to pay the music.
Yeah.
Which is why me old podcast, we've got me old plinky music on.
I must admit the introduction of music, obviously off streaming and stuff like that, so you don't need those licenses. When you play the open singles, when you play nationals, there's been music on down the national finals this year as well, so just trying to run with the times and make it more enjoyable for the spectators as well as the lads on the green. All competitors on the green, should I say.
It's just the likes of Facebook and YouTube, they hit you straight away with the old copyrights, the license. They've got software that any well-known music, they hit you straight away.
Yeah.
You get 3 strikes and you're out. They take your channel off. I mean, the little promo trailer that I made for this tournament, I found some music, it was royalty free, put it up, and I got it hit with 3 copyrights off YouTube.
Wow.
So
don't let you breathe there.
And of course, I don't know whether folks can remember when I did the live streaming at outdoors at Horton Dairy Lane, where Silksworth were playing the top club, and there was a band playing. I got it with 31 copyright claims against us.
Just confirmation on that question, it is SK31, that make of that top.
Good line again from Robert. Just needs to run. Oh, he's got a pound on his. I think he suffered. The old saying. Too accurate.
Too good.
Yep.
Gives Rhys a little bit of a free shot here. Granted, he's only got 10 inches or so to beat, but very similar to his other 2. Don't make any changes, Rhys, and you're in for another here. He's watching it with interest anyway. Looks good to me. Is he going to settle? Is he going to settle? Oh, it's a good attempt.
To the race.
Yeah, Robert won't be happy with that. He'll need to correct that on this end. He's holding a very good shot there. I think he probably just nipped his road. I think you wanted probably the top side of the jack or just to slip by it to cover those 2 deeper balls, but
that's why this game's stupid, mate.
yeah, well, it's funny because I played on 5, and although I was happy with my performance, my consistency wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
It was very easy to just miss the line, and once you miss the line in here especially, you're under, aren't you?
Yeah.
But my consistency on Rink 1 I felt was a lot better and I ended up losing. So
yeah.
You can play great balls and come on the wrong side of a result. Ought to mat up a little bit here, Rhys. He's going to that short length, which I think is a great tactic against Robert, to be honest. And that's not a bad start.
Bring you up to date with the other scores, and when they've played a couple of more ends, they're all kicking on about 2 or 3 ends in the second sets.
Jack Lane's again holding her own in this set. Another 2-1 up with an absolute corker on the jack there as well.
Great start for Robert.
I watched Jack Lane down at Lincoln. She was down the qualifiers at Lincoln as well, and Lincoln's probably the quickest green in the country that I've experienced anyway. Massive hands, and she was exceptional down at Lincoln as well. She's a very good competitor. That's a fantastic ball from Rhys.
A ball from Rhys, lad.
Life in the old dog yet.
Aye. For anybody just tuning in, I've never done the format, I'll get it wrong. You're busy watching the live streaming from Stanley Indoor Bowls Club. It's the UK Open Qualifiers. As Robert has a little dabble at the ball, gets a result.
Yeah, that gives him a shout. If it's still in the park, it'll be tricky to get to that.
Not only for him, but for my camera as well. There you go, bit of a jiggle. Is he playing? Oh, he's playing the ditch side. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting.
Just remind me what balls he's using, Richie.
I don't know, but hold on. Rhys is using Taylor Blaze.
Oh,
Size
well.
4. Well,
Yeah, players have not got the strongest of biases, have they? So I think Robert will struggle on that ditch hand. He hasn't even made it back onto the park there.
Well, that's. How often do you see that, mate?
Not often at all, to be honest. I think the Blaze don't have a strong bias. Very surprised Robert's playing.
I know, yeah. I would have thought just double down for a length down the other side. That's gone nowhere either, mate, is it?
Well, it is the shot, but it's a distance away.
Think he'll play it again, mate, or do you think he'll go down inside hand? Frightened in case he goes out the rink, I suppose, but...
Well, I always prefer to play the hand where the jack is off centre too. Off centre jacks and drawn to ditch edges and stuff like that. I always prefer to play the hand that it's on that side of that rink on.
But played a one, yeah. Well played,
Rhys.
Cracking ball.
Good adjustment from his third one. Yeah, I think if you go to the inside hand and play across the rink, sometimes I think the speed on the inside roads are a little bit heavier because the outside lines will run a lot quicker, whereas the inside road you can send one, you think, oh, that felt great, and it'll pull quite quickly. So if you're using the outside lines, you know pretty much what your speed's going to be about. I think this is the right thing to play the inside hand for Robert, just because of his balls.
He's trying to control it.
Close to jack, is he? Oh,
he's got it. And
that is a terrible result.
How unlucky is that?
If it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have none, Robert. Little cheeky hello there for you, Richie.
What is that? Oh, morning, Mr. Jackie Taylor, my hero, up in Ashington. Unless he's took the good lady out for her dinner. And he's slyly watching his phone under the table. So, there's the one to Rhys. 2 get out of jail free cards used there, mate, I think.
Yeah, I think Robert was very unlucky with that runner there. To connect with a jack was probably an half decent result, but to flick the ball across to cover them
the spot as well.
He could have played that 50 times and not getting that result, to be fair. But
you'd be out of the moon if you played that and to get the ball to get out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just, oh, what a shot.
And he's gone with the mat up. He's got a half decent start as well with his first ball. got your slippers on, Jackie, with your feet up.
Well, I want to me mother and father watching. I hope they've got YouTube on the telly. They'll be out there on my life and not be living, mother, if he hasn't got YouTube on the telly watching it.
From Robert here.
Billy, good old me old muck of Billy Ferry, lad. I think Rhys is older than me.
Oh, I doubt that, Billy. I doubt that. You're definitely better looking though, Billy. I'll give you that, fella.
We're going to get you one of them caps, Billy.
Very surprised he's playing that forehand.
Yeah, I was whether he's
There's a dabbler up that backhand, isn't there? The plant's there, under to the shot ball.
even more so when you see where that ball's going. You go, well, it's either here or there in between. He shot that really, wasn't it?
Robert doesn't really have anything to cover, because if he does connect the shot ball, he's still got the other spot, hasn't he? This is another good ball, I think. Yeah, I think this is going to make.
He's got to have a little dabble down there now, mate. And
I think he's got to look at the plant or top side of the jack. He doesn't really want the shot ball now because he's going to.
He's dug himself a hole.
Yeah. This is where it boils down to. I think reading of the game is people's opinions of reading heads. I think it will vary always, but I think there's certain times when you need to use that third ball just to get yourself out of a little bit of bother.
Yeah.
Because now he's in a world of pain. He's potentially going to drop a 4 here if he doesn't do something here. That puts Robert in control of the game then. If he does happen to get a 4. Yeah, he's definitely lining up.
Yeah, he's going down the backhand.
Oh, he's gone quicker than I expected.
He's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen.
The result is has the wing ball gone off. I've got an angle to get that.
Yeah, I think if he'd done that with his third one, Richie, he's then got 2 yards with his last ball to recover a situation. He's been a bit unlucky there, I think, but.
Is he 1? Is he 2? Or is he? Do you draw the shot, mate, or do you have a little dabble at that red ball?
Well, I think I would possibly just draw. He's got any amount of room.
Yeah, I think you're right.
1, possibly 2 there, like you see it. I think it would have been a little bit of a different story if you only had a couple of feet to draw, I think, but anything over a yard where you're just adding an extra point, why play the risk of running it?
Played it well. I just possibly feathering it in for shot as well.
Yeah, that's it.
The way his last 2 ends have gone, it'd be sod slow, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean he could have run quick at the ball, but if he's then tight and takes, he could get his own 2 out, and he could drop the shot, which is.
Yeah. Robert fancies that middle ball, I think.
Yeah.
If I was Rhys, I wouldn't be standing too close to his red ball. I think Rhys is dying to kick them in here.
Yeah, or his own a little bit closer. One thing's for sure, you'll get nothing from Robert.
I thought I was looking for somebody on a bargain hunt. He's going to haggle. I'll give you 1. I'll give you 1. Fancy. I'll give you 1 a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, definitely there.
think that ball's fell there, didn't it? Sure that ball there. I think Robert's too happy.
No, he looks disgruntled. Which ball do you think's fell? The red one?
I think the red ball fell, and then Maxine's ended up putting the chock in the ball. I think the chock just probably went the wrong side. Easily done. Is that in for two, mate? Looks in for two.
Yeah, this is the one I'm not sure about. That one looks a bit short. Yeah, two.
Yep, two it is.
Yeah, I didn't say what happened with that red ball there, Rich.
I thought
Did
the
you
red
chuck the unbiased side of the ball first?
No, she put the chock in the side of the ball, but I think it actually fell the other way.
Right.
I'm sure it did. I'll ask. Not that I don't think it made a great deal of difference, mate, did it?
No, it's one of them. I mean, obviously we are all human and mistakes can be made, but quality of the umpires that we've got in the game are fantastic.
That's right.
Essentially, she's the boss, so she replaces the ball as per the rules. And as long as both the competitors agree, then you just carry on and continue.
Rhys probably would have had about another 6 inches further in.
Well, I think you would have liked that to have been the case, definitely.
He sure was there. Just to bring you up to date with the
fantastic start, Robert. Great lead ball.
The other games, Peter McCulloch is leading Gavin Evans 4-2 after 3 ends. Gavin won the first set. Daniel Cooper, Paul Wallace is leading Daniel Cooper 3-2. He tied the first set. Alex Bryden is 4-1 up against Norman Cord. It's 5 ends. Alex won the first set. And Daniel Poole has gone 4-2 up against Jacqueline Henderson. Jacqueline won the first set. That's after 5 ends.
It's just about Jack high.
Fenwick's picture up here on
scores run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well done, Fenwick, the heavy lad.
Must have his specs on, Mr. Fenwick.
Refresh me live. Back to the old days when we used to do the live scores. We were hitting the number of times that we hit refresh to get the scores up to date. Can I get the stuff, lad?
No comment.
Can I get the stuff? Yeah.
I've been recruited for this commentary and I've quite enjoyed being a part of it, to be honest. It's a good setup you've got, Richie, as well, by the way.
It's gone.
Cameras are fantastic.
It's all right. It works. It's been working a treat the last. I know Jason improved the Wi-Fi up here because the Stanley Wi-Fi was crap.
Right.
And he's got the Wi-Fi good. We've got everybody off the Wi-Fi. That's obviously.
Yeah, it impacts it.
The more people use it, it impacts whatever. So.
That's another good attempt.
Keep up. Just getting wrong off the organiser about the score there.
It's a bit quick, I think. Rhys has got a chance here if Rob misses with this last ball.
He's on the line, is he up enough?
Don't quite think so. Yeah. Rhys has got a chance here to get out to this shot ball using his own even. Pushing standard, lifted a couple of times for 3. Yeah, be a good time for him to pick up a nice little score here.
Just a quick update, Daniel Poole won the second set. So he's 1 set all with Jacqueline Henderson. So Rhys just looking to squeeze this Jack out.
Very surprised he's using that speed because if
A
it goes
bit
too
quick,
far.
it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that shot. I think if he was playing the backhand, it was more of a controlled overspeed draw at the top side of the Jack to squeeze. If you're playing with that weight, it was probably better off the forehand to get the ball. It's a good effort though.
So we come into N6. Robert 4-3 up. Remember, he took the first set, so Rhys is looking for a double to keep the game alive the next 2 ends.
Just reading on Robert's profile documentation, it says here he's got no time for anything else.
No time for everything, no.
Other interests and relaxation. No, I've got no time for anything else. It's a fantastic statement.
Mr. Parkinson, bring Bolty back. I think that's slander, that, mate. I make one mistake, you know. One mistake in a day and a bit.
You might mean me.
No, I didn't think you picked the shots out, mate. You put our shot selection to waste, yeah. Slack opener.
Very important then for Rhys, this one. He must score here for me, I think.
Don't know whether it'll be good evening, good morning or what to Jenny Collett, watching from Encounter Bay in South Australia. Sounds exotic, that, mate, doesn't it, Encounter Bay?
It's a little bit too exotic for us northern and northeast folk.
I was driving up to Stanley with a bit of a pea soup there this morning.
We're just jealous though.
For anybody who doesn't know what a pea soup is, it's foggy. I keep forgetting I'm at the northern end of the country.
Yeah. It's always foggy up here anyway in the summer. With that high up.
When they said we were going to get a bit colder weather, I was expecting to get the snow chains out on the car. I have known it snow up here in June. He's missed that line. Well, this is a big ball for Rhys.
Doesn't look as though they fell off the wagon there, Robert, and that is not like you at all. He's looking with interest with this one, Richie. He likes this one.
It's a better line, all down to his pace.
Yeah, I think he's very good here. That's a great ball.
There's life in the old dog yet. Well balled, Rhys, son. What do you think, mate?
Just thinking, there's a big gap. There's a big gap off that forehand, but Robert has played this backhand draw very well. Personally, if he bangs through that hole onto the shot ball, then the shot ball will go in the ditch. He needs to hope that Jack goes dead to get the respot, but there is a draw up that backhand. Keeping it tight, even if he drops one here, level. Backhand draw.
Backhand draw, mate.
Like I say, even if he drops one here and he keeps his head tight, still in a commanding position.
Just needs to finish. Comes down at the end. Just that pound.
He may have a tiebreak in his mind as well, essentially, if Rhys squeaks a tiebreak out of him. He doesn't want to be flashing down the middle, does he? Keep the speed in his arm for the draw. Pretty much what Davey said to you when we came
You were
off.
just going to get Davey's game management book open again, hadn't you?
Yeah.
They'd be all saying, I'm going down to the local bookshop. Can I get it on there? Amazon. Davey Bourne's game management book. It is surprising. I mean, the number of times that we watch, they're not going to win the first set, and they're just flashing with the last two balls. And so I say, well, why?
Yeah.
You know, I know you can get, there's times where you do have to flash just to get your arm free and what have you, but surprised that Rhys had swapped there, mate, after playing a good ball.
Yeah, there wasn't any danger of cracking an egg on the back of it and it springing because he had a couple of inches off the jack. So yeah, I think he probably should have just stuck with the same hand. But
so we come down to end number 7, and Rhys needs shot to take him tiebreak. He's took the mat up. That's why you kind of see him. Just do a bit of magic and get him into shot.
yeah, I think this is the furthest he's brought it up. Very close to the actual
He is very
Rink
close to that
marker,
marker, he is. Very close to us.
Oh, what a start.
It's not bad, mate. Right. Where's your money on, mate? Put you right. No splinters here, mind you.
Well, I've got to back my mate Rob. I think he's a very good competitor. And the shots in the locker, and I think if it goes to a tiebreaker, my money will be on Rob because he's got all the shots. If he needs to go down the middle, he'll go down the middle. I think Rhys has probably struggled a little bit more on those conversions, and that's probably due to the balls he's got.
Yeah.
The players don't. You high with players, you don't move. And on this surface, if you're under, no matter what balls you've got, you get sucked under.
He's on a decent line, mate. He might have a bit of a tail on it. Closer than I thought.
Want to Rhys. Well, he's interested in that one as well.
On a good line, mate. All down to his pace, this.
That's the only problem with players. That looked as though it was going to get to that ball.
Yeah, yeah.
This is better, Rob, isn't it?
A good line.
Isn't it down?
He's just going to get the on the wrong side of it. Just judging by what I can see, I think Daniel Poole beat Jacqueline Henderson on tiebreaker because he's got stickers in his hands for the next game, I think.
That looked to be a very good game. Jacqueline's
Yeah.
put up a good fight there. Looks like Daniel's managed to scrape a win.
No, then, mate. Rest on them back two balls.
Yeah, if he doesn't get there, I think Rob might run at this ball, you know.
He needs to run. It's not bad.
No, he's played
Oh,
well.
he's not
That's
bad
a
at all,
great
yeah.
ball, Rhys.
Oh, well played.
That is a great ball.
Tremendous.
You've got a Cumbria duo on the next show on Darren against Paul Wallace.
All right.
It wouldn't surprise me if he ran at this.
Just a little warning, there's music from it.
Is it your playlist, Jason?
I do.
He's away. Be Spice Girls or something like
Spice
that, won't it?
Girls, aye. He'd put it on just for me, Deeply Dippy or something like that. Yeah, I think you're probably right, mate. I think
There's a shot on the backhand over speed, 2 feet as well. But I think I would probably run at that.
go a bit quicker, and the back blacken is going to lock in.
Yeah.
Although he has had 2 unlucky results.
Well, he's gone for the time, eh?
Gone for the. Will he bend? I don't think he'll get out. He'll not get down on that hand. No. So.
Yep, Rhys has done well there. That's a good end for Rhys.
So that gets us into the old tiebreakers. It's the best of 3 and tiebreaker, and shots don't count.
Rhys is sticking with his tactic of mat up. Served them well in this game. The tail of 2 lengths, as it generally is in balls. Full lengths, Roberts had the best of it. The shorter lengths, I would say Rhys has had probably the best of it.
Yeah.
Especially drawn wise, anyway.
I think you go back to them couple of lucky results that he got.
Yeah.
Or a couple of unlucky results that Robert got.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it either way, I think.
I'm partial to a fluke or two, me.
The query that this will.
Just over a metre short of the tee.
It's all right.
Oh, I'd have measured that.
That looks very close, that mate.
If that's a yard and that's a metre,
Yeah.
I'd have measured that, Rob. Let's hope you don't regret that, son. Got a couple of people have joined us there, Richie.
Pauline Bent, North Queensland, down under. And good old Susan Mantos watching from Fife.
Oh, yes. That's where Bowles was born, wasn't it, Fife?
Aye.
It's a nervy start from Rhys, I think. Robert's gone back onto this forehand. He found this forehand really well. Early doors.
He did, yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if he put one on top of it here.
Grab.
Fraction over. Great attempt.
It's gone a bit chilly, mate.
I'm pleased I've got my coat on, if I'm honest.
Bit of a breeze.
Seeing that when I was on the green yesterday, it was sweltering. I came off and I was freezing.
Yeah.
That's another good ball from Rhys.
Robert swapped.
Yeah, I think that's a sign of him not finding this forehand, and he's unsure with it, especially this way, going towards the scoreboard end. He struggled going this way a little bit. Chopping and changing, whereas coming up towards the bar end, he's pretty much lived on that forehand, hasn't he? He's played really well.
tiebreak, it's just the number of ends, best of 3, not the number of shots. Currently in end 1. Robert took the first set, Rhys took the second set. All down to pace this one.
Just a fraction up, I think.
He just got
Yeah, the
side of the ball
hand's
again.
been a little bit sticky for Rob. He does have a shot now if he wants it though. He could try and peel the ball.
You're trying to pretend that you know what you're talking about there, Higgins.
Well, I've been getting this book out of tactics that you've borrowed
Yeah,
me.
the game management book
Game
that you've made.
management book, yeah.
We've actually got it on sale in Amazon at the minute, Davey.
I'll send you my invoice for me hours.
You've got an Oprah sticker on it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've called some really good shots from Rob.
Yes. He's made us look amateurs. That we are.
At least we're consistent with it.
We're consistently poor.
Well, all down to pace.
He's waving it in.
I think if he finishes, I think that's a cracking ball, that. I think that's a good ball, that, mate.
Now, Rob, you've had 2 off your backhand. Personally, I would go back to your forehand. You've got 10 inches to beat, so just get this drawn. That would be my... I mean, ideally, you'd be looking to... You can get away with a touch over the top on the backhand. If you're slightly over, you can rest the ball, but he hasn't really found his backhand.
Sticking on the backhand.
And that one came away nice from his hand.
Well, his lines, I think he's under. I think Rhys's last ball, yeah.
Yeah. I think this way, like I say, I think you struggled with this backhand side, fractionally over, and like you said early doors, Richie, if you're just fractionally over on that side of the rink, it's just not getting down in time.
So the momentum's still with young Rhys.
I'm still on the same side of the fence though, Richie.
Oh, that's it.
I am.
Yeah, that's it, mate. No jumping ship.
I'm not a Glory supporter, I'll stick with the
Looks a better start from Robert.
Yeah, fuller length, back on his forehand side. Yeah. Just going back to sort of shot selection, especially from Rob's perspective, I think if you know someone's game, you know 9 times out of 10 what they're going to play.
You know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
If you
like
see
if
it.
you leave Smith, you draw.
Oh,
You know.
yeah. You leave him 6 inches to draw and he'll... It's been many a time I've played. One springs to mind, we played Liberty at Durham a few years ago. Playing against Carlisle, Cumbria, who've got a very strong squad as well. He drew the shot off his forehand and he had 2 inches to beat.
Right.
And I said, last ball, they skip missed out. Last ball, I says, we'll take that, Gaz. He went, well, there's loads of room off that backhand.
Yeah.
I went, get on then, if you want to play it, go on. Very stubbornly said he was going to play it. Drew back toucher. So I just shouts up, what do I know?
What do I know?
What do I know? But yeah, if you leave the calibre of player that Gary is, especially, a matter of inches to draw, and they're confident to do it, then let them crack on.
Of course, one of his things where he does a little spinner. He spins his ball. If he needs a good ball, he spins his ball before he balls it behind him, and you go, oh God. You got.
Yeah, he's in the zone.
Yeah.
Very good end here, Rob. Very good end of balls. Yeah, that's perfect.
And the grab.
What a ball that is.
Come on, have a look.
Oh, hit me. You're attracting them, mate. You're attracting them.
Am I? 121.
121 on YouTube, 155 on Facebook. Kicking nearly on 300 here, man.
I don't think it's me.
I think you're just attracting them. Yeah. You watch the next one. I'll have half
Got
a
a face
dozen.
for radio, haven't I?
I've got like I've got a voice for the podcast. Well,
I haven't even texted anyone to let them know that I'm coming.
have you not?
No, I probably should have.
Should have told
Get
you.
the ratings up.
Get the ratings up. Aye. Well, I lost my money there because I thought he would have drawn the other side. Because he wasn't really going to get.
No, I think
Has he got another? Oh, he's got
he's
another
got another
ball.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so I think if he was
I've still
trying
got
to
my
open
money
it out,
back. Got my
right.
money back.
I think he doesn't really have a shot now. He's only got that forehand draw now. I think if he'd opened that out with that ball, then yeah, he was probably giving himself a chance.
Aye.
Probably the same criticism we had of the last end where he didn't run with his third ball and he was in a world of pain.
Yeah.
He's tried to change things up there, of course, but unfortunately them type of controlled runners on here are not easy.
No. And I think where this ball's going to go,
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't try to drop, but I don't think he is. I think he's going to try this. I honestly don't think he can see enough of that ball to get it and stop. If you know what I mean, that jack eye
Not
ball.
with the weight. I think
Yeah.
it would be a foot, maybe replace the ball and fall to win. Failing that, I mean, he could go really quick off the forehand and go for all of the balls, but
He's gone down for the draw. Well, he's definitely wide enough. He might be too wide, I think.
that's definitely too wide with the players. Lucky to get back to the spot with that.
You're probably right, mate. Aye.
Just made the spot.
I think he should have tried that with his third. But what do I know?
Yeah, I think if he'd went stronger with these third and connected and opened things out, then he was giving himself a shot, but everyone to their own, eh?
Yeah, it is, mate.
Well, this is going to make a difference now. I think Rhys has brought them out up again. Favoured length. He's had the better of things on this length. I do think Rob needs to get on this forehand.
Yeah, quite agree, mate. Thought he's lost the jack there for a minute. When it went out of my view. So it's all down to this one, folks.
There we go. He must have heard me.
He's busy watching, he's got his little phone out.
Just that fraction of speed. We're going to stop in time. Nope. Well, just give this a better road.
It's not bad, mate, because it'll fly down off that bank. Well played, Rhys. It's a cracking ball.
If that falls over, Rob will be running at this strong, I would think. Yep.
Yeah, he's gone quick. Just needs to stand. I think he's got his own.
Poor result from Rob there, hard luck. Well, Rhys, if you're covering this spot, I think you've got the right idea here, son.
Now I'm not sure
Oh dear.
on the
Oh dear.
on the actual third end of a tiebreaker. Are you allowed to nominate to kill it?
Yes, you are.
You're allowed one seed, shan't you?
Yes.
He hasn't nominated, so it's going to go on the
Well, I
tee.
think he's played a very intelligent shot here. He's played enough speed to
Playing
replace
canny
the
with it.
ball.
He's actually
yeah.
on a decent line, mate, if he can get out.
It's desperate as well. Half a ball, he was into the split there, and he was getting a good result with that wave. I'd be tempted to run and hide here. He's got both spots. I'd be trying to block that shot. That time and down to the shot ball.
Stick it up the wicket, this one, mate, do you think?
If he's 5 feet short,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
blocking that little timed run of that Rob's just tried to play, I think would be a great ball. It leaves Rob with very little. Well, he's not short.
You ought to be nowhere near this. Oh.
Well, that makes it a little bit bigger of a target.
My giddy hand. Rob's looking at the split to get the two of them without catching his back ball, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's probably locked in. The last ball down will probably lock on Robert's ball. I think he's got to play a similar shot, Rich, to be honest. Yard over, no more than a yard over. See if his own ball that he's got in his hand can get the shot.
It's always going to be the temptation. Just going to get really quick at it.
Yeah, he's playing the right. I think he's playing the right speed here.
Now is he going to get out?
Oh, he's far too wide.
No. And
Well, I lost my money, Richie.
congratulations to old Rhys. Cracking game. Very enjoyable. Rob will be disappointed winning the first set. It was the second and then the tiebreak. A couple of bits and bobs went against him. Well, mate, thanks very much for being my spawn partner.
Thanks very much for having us. Appreciate it. Enjoyed
No problem. And if you give us about 5 minutes, folks, I'll be back with another game as we continue the UK qualifiers. The next game, by the way, is Darren Poole playing Paul Wallace, an all Cumbria affair. Well, thanks very much, folks.